He looked down at me and was like, oh, shit.
When you talk about big spins, now you've got to include 2000 Rookie of the Year Jason Stensman, subject of the ASA profile.
Yo, I create off drum drops and 808 black tops. Grab the mic so you don't react. The double X polo shirt with the hat to match. In fact, we verbally vibrate your...
I'm more of a guy who does like air tricks. I don't know. I do grinds a lot of times too, but I'm more of a like crazy flip twisty guy.
Yeah, and for you confused bastards, tune up the blues masters, quick to grip the mic, cruise fast.
He's a kid. He's a big kid. He likes to go out and he likes to have fun. He likes to have a smile on his face. He doesn't like to waste any moment of the day. He wakes up in the morning, eats breakfast, goes out, just skates, has fun.
He's a really good kid, and he's one of the kids growing up with me skating at the park that has, like, since day one impressed me.
Yeah, 'cause I'm nice, smooth, hard as a bone. Since I pick up the microphone, I'm hotter than Prince.
I'm more known for my aerialist ability, or I don't know what you want to call it. Just learned double backflips, which is an awesome trick. I don't think anybody on tour throws those yet. And I just hit today, I did backflip to soul grind. Not many people do that.
Verbal architecture and lectures, lyrics infectious. If you ain't giving God the praise, then it's useless. Like when MCs try to make...
There's no holding him back, and I think that's awesome. I think more people need to skate like that.
I have my friends at school, like I kind of hang out with the geeky crew. That's all right, because we're the smart kids. And we just hang out. I mean, I like computer programming, go out, make some video games, fun little tricks. I made a skating game the other week. It was fun.
Top of the pile with my style. Check the profile. It shifts like sundials. Crisp like young.
I think ASA is definitely a good influence on the sport. You get all the great skaters to come out and skate. And in the future, I think ASA is going to be a big part. Maybe one day we'll get to the Olympics. I'd say if they invited me to the Olympics, I'd probably go, because it's cool to win a gold medal. I just like to go out and have fun. I mean, I'm going to go to Australia probably, hang out with Matt Salerno in this winter, skate around there with all those guys. Skating, I think, just going to progress more and more, and I think the tricks are going to get a lot harder. And eventually, I mean, the tricks are going to get incredible, and I hope to be part of the sport then and not get hurt or anything.
Speaking of incredible tricks, wait till you see what happened when Jaron Grove, Aaron Feinberg, and all the rest came down to Plano, Texas at my home skate park, Eisenberg Skate Park, for the Showdown at the Hoedown. Welcome back to ASA Best Tricks of the 2000 season. Looking back on the season, we've seen some great moments, but there was only one contest of the regular season where we actually held a Best Trick contest, and that was in London, England.
Constant evidence, a classic content, communicated conference, whether 5 or 6, whether I'm a misprint, or if it seems that you heard it before. If you thought that you would never hear it no more, you should never doubt when we run it word of mouth. Be concerned about your health. Now you know us, but it's not the Cold Crush. For MC, so it ain't the Furious, not the Force MCs or the 3 from Church of Rush. Just a blast from the past, from the moment we bust. From whatever we touch, we hold platinum plus. But if go rust, still a guy we trust, cause it's a second coming.
So mid-season at the Urban Beach International in London, England, the world's best had the chance to try to pull the perfect trick. Broken into heats, each heat had 5 minutes to try to land their best stuff. Anthony Mackie, the local boy, got things kicking off.
The Americans showed up as well. John Julio from Northern California, longtime pioneer in rollerblading, going for that disaster topside. Remember, in this unique format, doesn't matter how many tries it takes as long as you land it. And there was his best trick, the disaster topside soul.
Much more difficult on the flat planter. Aaron Feinberg, he's been known for trying some of the most difficult and daring tricks throughout the season.
You really expect Aaron to excel in a competition like this, and he did. Brought a barrage of different tricks, showing the technical grinds. We already saw the big stunts and some really innovative stuff with those cess slide shuffles.
Street rookie Shane Scour going for some of the biggest tricks of the day.
Positive, he's gonna land that
Everyone was getting excited about this stunt from Shane Scour, trying to jump 540 off of the railing into the street course. Had a tough time of it, but showed you that he could jump into that bank no problem. Everyone was stoked on Shane Scour.
And even without the spin, he gets a piece of first place along with this guy, Jaron Grove, with one of the most memorable tricks of the entire season.
That's right, we actually had 2 guys sharing top place honors in the best trick contest. Jaron Grove, take a look at what he's doing here. This is unbelievable. Airing out of the vert ramp over the railing, and he's going to drop about 12 feet into the street course on that flat bank. Absolutely amazing. So Jaron Grove, the kid from Salt Lake City, Utah, shares first place with Shane Scour from Plano, Texas.
Plano, Texas, home to many of the best tricks, where at the Showdown at the Hoedown at Eisenberg's.
Rap writer, modern day mathematical pattern detracts providers. Hardcore hip hop in its purest form. Only real b-boys can weather the storm, and I'm a b-boy chilling in my b-boy stance. I'm looking for a b-boy that wants to break dance.
life cycle circular, so we got no side. At one with the earth, so we claim worldwide. I reflect cultural duality. My locality is my spirituality. Keep cool, sees through the illusions. Natural selections, evolution, rhyme revolution. Get the riot gear. You say where visionaries right here.
I love hip hop. I don't give up, cause I love hip hop. You know, visionaries always rock the spot. I don't give up, cause I love hip hop.
No more cold leather, a move straight up body. Before you realize, lay down in your coffin. Interview, style is that. Pen hanging when we do what we do. Be the headless horseman, swordsman. Smashing pumpkin, dunking your guts. Mock right as clock, sleep hollow in a touch. Lyrics juxtaposed, joust if I must.
Live it, did it, end it, crib it, send it. So they say in this is you missed it. Make up and switch your fingers realistically sticky like lipstick. Leaving it for statistics, holistic medicine. Jettison for synthetic remedies. Remember these literal lacerations on the paramedics. Don't edit my context. No content too complex like braille to a seeing iPad.
I love hip hop. I don't give up, cause I love hip hop. You know, visionaries always rock the spot. I don't give up, cause I love hip hop.
Give a 10-string instrument strum. Refreshing as a ripe plum. Who's his height one? Put in a page. Get no answer from this freelancer. Contorted like a break dancer. All over this place. Wait, a mic's in his face. Finishing top 5 in the human race. No narcotic, just our product. Rush the market. Dollars in the bullseye. Charging red carpet. Olay, here to stay until tribulation. Or rescue me from eternal damnation. You chasing freedom, then clinch your fist. Put them cloud bound so opposition can't miss.
Now put out the 5 remaining skaters here for the Showdown. Going for that $8,000 first prize. Aaron Feinberg, Jaron Grove, Richard Johnson, Randy Roadhouse Pfizer, and Vinny Minton. These are your top 5 skaters going into the Showdown, trying to earn that $8,000 first prize.
I love hip hop. I don't give up, cause I love hip hop. You know, visionaries always rock the spot. I don't give up, cause I love hip hop.
he already picked up tonight, Richard Johnson. Whether in contests like the Showdown where Aaron took second place or on the real street, few skaters are as dominant. More Feinberg when we come back. Aaron Feinberg and Sean Robertson have always thrived on big, dangerous lines in competition. And now that they've been joined on the Pro Tour by the likes of the monster Jaron Grobe and a whole host of street skating superstars like Pat Lennon, Dustin Latimer, and Brian Shima, there's been no stopping the movement towards stunt skating.
When you compare our sport to other sports, the one thing that we have over everybody is we really don't, like in skateboarding, they have to control this board, and biking, they got to worry about this big piece of metal. With us, we don't have to worry about all that stuff, and I think there's no reason why we can't be going faster, going higher, doing more spins than everybody. When you look at someone like Shane Yost throwing 1260s on a vert ramp, I mean, that's where our sport should be going.
It's always going to get more technical. It's always going to get bigger. The skates, they're just making them so that, you know, tricks are easier and kids are getting crazy, really crazy.
Oh, this year compared to the years before, I've seen the skaters kind of open their mind a little bit more and start using the course as a whole instead of as one piece.
Now we've gotten to the point where, you know, you look at skating and you go, you know, your heart kind of jumps into your throat. You're like, wow. You know, Jaron Grobe and Aaron Feinberg are two of the individuals that have really taken it there, that have made it, you know, given it that wow quality, made it stunt skating.
Some of the switch up and the technical tricks they're doing, you know, doing grinds into gaps, you know, and gaps into grinds. I mean, it's just phenomenal. So people are doing that now and actually pulling it off. So it's awesome to see that. So the level has just really come up a lot.
Jaron transferring huge gap transfers, just that's defining in rollerblading right now. It's what's defining rollerblading itself is people are stepping it up, man. It's dope.
Aaron Feinberg, probably one of the most consistent skaters there are out on the tour. He's been skating for a long time, definitely has a lot of consistency, feels good on his skates all the time, in and out, never really has a bad day. His mind might always be there, but his skating is always there.
When it comes to Aaron, his whole mindset about skating is unbelievable. He doesn't allow himself to become afraid of a trick. He sees something, if he feels that he could do it, he just does it. And knowing that, it's just unbelievable to watch. Aaron Feinberg, what makes him unique, we'll be all chilling at the contest and people will be doing their runs and Aaron will be falling and Aaron would come out of nowhere and with his run and just have an amazing line with crazy stuff back to back to back to back and letting everything.
That boy never ceases to amaze me. Like, he's unpredictable. He's a bomb. He's a time bomb. You can't tell what he's gonna do. He'll be skating or whatever, and he'll fall over and hurt himself, and then he'll say, "Oh, I'm hurt," and then like halfway through the day, he'll put on his skates and he'll just like do one stupid trick, like be on fire for the rest of the day. He's just crazy.
Big group by the name of I like this. Hey yo, I like this. Yo, what? Yo, hey yo, my quality control captivates your party patrol. Your mind, body, and soul for who the bell tolls, let the rhythm explode. Big, bad, and bold, B-boys of bold. Many styles we hold, let the story be told. Whether platinum or gold, we use breath control. So let the beat unfold. Intro on drum roll. We be the lick like E-Tash and J-Roll. We harass niggas like we was the po-po. We can rule the world without Curtis and still blow. Finesse from SP to Casio. Your jam made deaf, you ain't fresh, you so-so. If you don't know us by now, you never know. We set that move when we groove and prove a show. The name of the game is survive and prove your flow. You can't out-take Jurassic syllable, cause it's survival of professional radio. Stop and comprehend and heed the words of my pen. Survival of professional poetic Highlander. Scoop, you plan on rocking something fierce? Oh, am I? Doc is the name, the AKA Super. The verbal acupuncture from your dope old schooler. I used to be the brother for others they used to dumb on. Now they be the lovers of brothers they can't run on. Put me in the mix, LP 12-inch. SP, the elegant, poetic pestilence. I'm carbonated, my fans are confederated. Highly commemorated and the most celebrated for connecting it. Word, subject to the predicate. Plus, I got the etiquette to keep it moving and showing guys how it's done. Cause it's the verbal combat position number one. gleaming like a beacon. If it's lyrics that you're seeking, whether black or Puerto Rican, people back us when we're speaking. We got the kind of rhymes to get you ready for the weekend. To the mass amount of legions, they came for party pleasing. Our temperature is freezing, all kinds of different regions. The rhythm is the reason you're checking for what we've done. Please, son, our thesis, a rhythmical in pieces. Your rhymes ain't right, homeboy, you in the season.
Hey, yo, my quality control captivates your party patrol. Your mind, body, and soul for who the bell tolls, let the rhythm explode. Big, bad, and bold, B-boys are bold.
Well, it's the angelic man, relic plan, repellent, my planned parent, manuscripts withstand bullets, flashing like a Japan tourist. We command pure hits while you cramming to understand these controls.
More best tricks when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the ASA Pro Tour and Best Tricks of 2000.
It doesn't matter what you need, just where you go to get it. It doesn't matter what you've done, there's no need to regret it. If you're a loser just like me, then life hasn't been easy. Maybe you were waiting for the wake-up call, but when it came, your line was busy. I know it's happened to me, and it'll happen again if I don't slow down and listen. It's undeniable, we're so much more than we think we are. It's undeniable, we're so much more than we think we are.
I think the biggest move I've seen with Vert skating this year, aside from the obvious with the spins, is the just the amplitude, the height that people are getting on Vert now.
Guys consistently going higher on Vert.
Dividing tower, defeat these clones. Wanna demonstrate gravity when falling off the microphone. Just cavities get cracked in while I'm backhanding those with the mental capacity. Breaking up your
Shane Yost has really become a standard this year. The way he spins, his style is so unique that it's undefinable. But the stuff that he does really has shaped kind of the future of what we're probably going to see in Vert in the next couple of years.
Overall, Vert itself this year definitely progressed, and it's good to see Vert coming back and getting a little bit of respect.
There's so many good skaters now. There used to be a handful of people. There was always an abundance of good street skaters, but on street course there was only a few people that really stood out. And now there's just masses of people out there skating on a really high level.
Who wanna be there? Come on! Who wanna be there? Put your hands up! Come on, 1, 2. Who wanna be there? Analog, 2005. Who wanna be there? Let's go! 1, 2. Yeah! Yo!
Analog mutation, 20 level cave-in, brain corrosion, explosion 5, supernova complex, interlink, mentally intersync, no backlinks, headhunter, 10,000 watts on drop-off, 5 times prepare the massive destruction, all territories crush your label glory, analog gory, phantasm number 9, brain meter changer, meters heaters 29, mind deletion, come on through.
Throw your hands up! Throw your hands up! Throw your hands up! Throw your hands up! Analog 2005! Step up! Step up! What's your name, man?
Yo, it's the D50. Check it. Yo, 1, 2, check it. Yo. Niggas hating cause I Ron Jeremy graduated into life with honors. Peak game early, surely. You Laverne niggas will learn. Incense don't always burn. Remain overly concerned. A flip would always earn a buck for every time we shoot our sperm. Got a BA degree and you still couldn't learn. The D50 pivot the style and get nifty. Ecstasy acid mixed with cocaine couldn't lift me to a higher plateau where I learned to let go. And it's not digital. At an analog show, make the people say,
Yo, that was dope! Come on, yo! Who wanna be there? Analog brothers! Who wanna be there? Come on! Step up! What's your name, kid?
Junior Juno, here with the Analog Brothers. Aquí con los Analog Brothers, Latin Pros. Este grupo mi amistado, featuring latinos africanos. Ellos son los Analog hermanos, que me han bautizado con este nuevo nombre, Junior Juno.
In Toronto, Aaron Feinberg stood on top of this tower about 8 feet above the wall ride, and Aaron stood on this 8-foot tower above this and jumped into this thing. It was incredible. I couldn't believe he did it. I didn't think anybody was even going to look at a gap like that.
Step up, what's your name? I ball behind. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, check it. Every sensation, vibration, my vibes through your veins. Your brain confronts the pain which keeps calling up my name. My flashbacks and visions, distortions overcome ya, succumb ya. Inhale like my L symbol blunder. Transform your world around the map to hysteria and get scarier with each brain wave. Inferior reactions are spiteful. Reactions never spiteful. I stifle like a rifle. Intense styles insightful. Yo, that was dope. Yo, throw your hands up. Throw your hands up.
What do you get when you take Las Vegas, Nevada, all the world's best skaters, a world-class vert ramp? You get the best tricks from Vegas when we come back. For the 4th annual ASA World Championships, the world's best inline skaters all competing on the vert ramp for one of the best competitions of the year. And why not finish it off on even a better note with a best trick competition?
This unique vert ramp provides some opportunities for the skaters to get creative. Take a look at what Michael Bennett does over the channel. That's a 630-degree rotation to a true spin alley-oop mizu. And he lands it perfect and spins out of it. He has every right to be stoked. An amazing trick from Michael Bennett.
Plenty of time for each skater to land their tricks. If they go down, it doesn't matter because it's a 30-minute free-for-all. Each person, when ready, just notifies the judges and drops in.
A lot of skaters from Pennsylvania up there on the vert ramp. This is Mark Engelhart. Mark said he wanted to go for a double grab 1080. Took a lot of attempts on it. And right here you see him finally landing the 1080 and his hand went behind, but it's hard to tell exactly what's going on. See him grabbing behind Stale. Not quite sure if he got 2 grabs out of that.
Sam Fogarty was using the big extension railing, as was Matt Lindemuth. Not yet, but Randy Marino, the sickest attempt of the night, going right out and over, trying to go from the vert to the street, landing a little short there.
Wow.
Young Tobias Bucher, he'd been doing that in the finals runs, and Ty Chris also using that same part of the ramp.
And sticking it. True spin, disaster con grind over the channel, and he grabs it. Beautiful. No hands down on the landing. It was amazing. And what happened here, Ty Chris landed that, and then Tobias came right after him. All these guys have been working on these tricks. You know, we had a 30-minute format, and then all of a sudden, all these tricks start coming in like a rainstorm, one after the other. Tobias Bucher, true spin, alley-oop fish brain over the channel.
Sam Fogarty with one more attempt. Fish brain stall up on the railing, back in. He nailed it finally.
Just 2 inches on the side of the boot, basically. A lot of room for error. They're very dangerous. What Sam Fogarty was doing, sticks it no problem.
Matt Lindemuth had been trying to spin up to 540, backside stall, then back in.
That's about a 20-foot drop on the other side of that railing. Matt Lindemuth, and he paid the price a few times falling on the other side. His friends were there to catch him. He didn't actually fall all the way over, but that was a very, very dangerous stunt, and he was rewarded. So Matt Lindemuth risking life and limb all evening long, and the judges reward him. He is the 2000 Best Trick Champion of Vert.
When these guys aren't out risking life and limb, where are they? Well, oftentimes they're on the road touring. Team L2, some of the world's best skaters, including Fabiola da Silva, Shane Yost, Cesar Mora, and Matt Salerno, traveled around to 7 different cities and over 25 high schools, showing people what they can do.
If you're a loser just like me, then life ends and then easy. Maybe you were waiting for the wake-up call, or when it came, your life was busy.
I think touring
skateboarding is a vital part of the sport because sometimes you forget where you came from and the roots of the sport. Coming into high schools like this, where the actual teenagers are that skate, this is like especially for the kids directly in their schools. So I think it's the best way to get to the kids.
I think rollerblading is not only about competitions, you know. I think they should have more tours like this so people get to know the riders, because when you're in competitions, they only see you on TV, you know. You get to share a little bit of you with them.
It's fun when you read the friends, like on the L2 tour now.
This tour has been really effective. Basically, we just set up ramps inside high schools from New York to LA and go in there and do a few shows a day, sign autographs.
L2 tours, we just teamed up with the campaign for tobacco-free kids, and we're going around to high schools just trying to tell everyone that, like, don't smoke because it's bad, and like none of us smoke on the tour.
Well, they can come out to the event. I mean, of course, you know, we're going to try and come out to as many places as we can, but if not, they can log on to L2.com. We also have a pledge online that these kids can sign, just a pledge that they're going to stay smoke-free, you know, and really help us out, you know, and spread that message all over the country.
Tobacco is like one of the largest killers in the US, and we want to bring it to them and say, you know, it's a killer. You know, what you're doing, the habit you're creating for yourself is really nasty.
And we're trying to get the message out there. Tobacco is bad for you. So something I'm really happy to endorse and be a part of.
I am the Tasmanian badass, so don't smoke.
Shane Yost and all the Vert skaters put on a great show in the Vert Best Trick contest. Well, now we're going to turn it over to the street skaters. We've got Street Best Trick when we come back.
My intelligence.
Vegas, Nevada, and the 2000 Best Tricks of the Year on the ASA Pro Tour. When the pros are on the road, where do they like to go? It's GameWorks. In each city, they love to get their game on. And Vegas was no exception.
Hell yeah, have a fun party at GameWorks.
Partying our asses off, dude. Vegas is where it's at.
Out in the blistering heat in Las Vegas, it was a 30-minute free-for-all. Best Tricks.
Playing to survive, aiming to win any way they can.
Pass the ball, final casting ball. Push the ball, verbal basketball. Off the glass, smash your jaw. Too fast for y'all. You might take a nasty ball.
People were using the course in very creative ways. Nobody yet landing a trick. Jason Stinsman broke the ice with a double backflip. Never landed before out on a street course like this.
Jason spends a lot of time at Camp Woodward. You know he learned that one into the foam pit, but it's a whole nother thing to bring it out onto a real street course. Pretty impressive from Jason Stinsman. And how about this from Wilfred Rosenthal, trying to transfer 540 to alley-oop topside soul.
Sean Robertson all day had been going for those huge nose pick 540s, just missing again.
Matt Lindemuth and Jason Stinsman probably learned this thing together. Both these kids from Pennsylvania, that's where Camp Woodward is located. And Pat Lennon, he spends his time training on the real streets. This is the kind of thing you'd see him do in a video. Jumping out to disaster frontside royale onto the railing. Very dangerous trick. Real creative from Pat Lennon.
Bruno getting so close over and over. Jaron as well, both going for alley-oop fish brains. Not quite able to hit it.
The cool thing is you see Wilfred Rosenthal transferring 900 off of that strange hip into the spine ramp. When these guys miss the tricks, they're always going for something spectacular. So it's very entertaining for the crowd. It's fun to watch as Blake Dennis tries to transfer true spin, topside alley-oop soul. There's another attempt at that double backflip.
Ryan Dawes just missing as well up on the big sub box around the ball. Jason Stinsman had already nailed his double. Now he was going for a backflip into a soul grind, and he hit it.
This is the kind of trick that we used to joke about, the kind of trick you used to think that was so impossible no one would ever land, and here's Jason Stinsman doing a backflip to soul. And Wilfred Rosenthal with the 540, he lands it finally, 540 disaster, alley-oop topside soul. This is completely blind, very technical, very difficult, and that's the one that the judges rewarded with the best trick of the day.
And with best tricks, you also get huge beefs. Randy Marino and Vert, he wins this week's Beef of the Week. Whether it's best tricks, best beefs, or just best all-around skating, you can catch it on the ASA programs throughout the year. Check out asaskate.com for all the local listings of upcoming shows.
My name's Lori. My name's Heather. And we're with the ASA and Paul Mitchell. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
If you do touch it, you're not going to get to see Fabiola all dressed up. It's the 4th annual ASA Awards Banquet.
A Pro Tour is brought to you by Slim Jim. When you need a little excitement, snap into a beefy, spicy Slim Jim. By Paul Mitchell, professional salon products. Got a problem? See your hairstylist. And for the latest on skating, check out asaskate.com. Feed your habit.
Welcome back. It's Best Tricks of the ASA Pro Tour's 2000 season.
My mic's equipped with laser sights. You step outside and get blooded. Check it out, Joe.
The level of today's skating has gotten to such a high standard that the progression of the individual and the progression of the sport sort of go hand in hand, because of the general level of the skating is just phenomenal at this point in time.
In terms of tricks, I mean, every day someone's inventing something new. I mean, if it's just a different way to spin to a trick, different way to spin to a grind, or backflip to soul grind, or 720 over a huge gap. I mean, every day the sport's progressed more and more. And I don't know. I mean, these tricks are just getting outrageous.
There's one thing to actually do a trick, and there's another thing to actually do it continuously in a run, in the middle of a run, back to back. So right now we're seeing people starting to land 900s. Next year or in 2 years, we're going to see people doing 540 and 900s to fakie 1080s, and that's what I'm talking about, progression. Not so much you have to do another spin again, like a 1440 or a 1600, whatever. It's more about doing the big tricks, but easier. That's where it's going, and it's good. It's a good direction to take the sport in, and it's different.
Every season, after all the skating's done, we move inside. All the skaters clean up and put on their nicest clothes. And the ASA puts on a special awards banquet where all the skaters are rewarded for a season of hard work.
This year's been a crazy year. My eyes be open for those that emulate or imitate. Either way it goes, I'm in your chest like the word hyperventilate. We've had a great year. And to show you, we're going to show you the best of the best. You guys, and what you did this year.
The most improved Vert, the award right here, goes to Foxiola de Fox. Fabiola de Silva.
She's a true champion. She's humble. She's a nice person. She's good looking. She's a great skater.
I want to thank Cesar especially for helping me out, skating beds every night. And Corey, all my friends.
Cause that's where I'm at. I stick to b-boying, I stick to rock and show, I stick to graffiti art, cause that's all I know. I stick to real rap, I stick to DJing, I stick to boom bap, cause that's where I'm at. I stick to b-boying, I stick to rock and shows, I stick to graffiti art, cause that's all I know. Abduct these flows, you'll find.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Of this industry, testing me. Now that's a form of bad judgment. Meaning you bring calamity upon yourself and eternal punishment. Okay, you rhyming, but don't realize rappers are tool. Just because you've been given a little rope don't mean you got pulled. Best pull back before I react violently on this track. Erasing your future by avoiding your past. At last, I split the vast majority. Separate myself to focus on the hip-hop minority. I stereotype and rip for being in the ocean of words. Power surges take place in the form of assumption. I'm waiting on
All right, so the judge's choice on street
goes to Santiago.
All right. I just want to say thank you, Rollerblading Centers, for me and all my friends.
The 2000 Judges' Choice Award goes to Shane Yost.
I just want to thank Rosas for sending me around the place, getting me out there so I can skate and stuff. And thanks to everyone else for sticking with me and making me want to do crazy stuff. Thanks.
Special thanks to Circus Hotel and Casino for providing the accommodations for the ASA World Championships and Best Trick competitions. Also to Dollar Rent-A-Car, the official rental car agency of the ASA World Championships, and Boston Garden Experience, the official restaurant of the ASA World Championships.